Hello everyone, I am Vinod Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Tandipillar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. So now I am going to present a video lecture on basics of biomedical instrumentation. So in that we discuss about the calorimeters. So what is the definition for calorimeter and what is the simplest form of calorimeter arrangement and what are the various components used for calorimeter manufacturing and what are the basic laws used in the calorimeter, and then we discuss about photometer, and then what are the different applications of calorimeter. So a calorimetric method uses only the human eyes as a measuring instrument. So in this method, comparison of various solutions is made by visual means of the color of an unknown solution and with color produced by a single standard or a series of standard solutions. So comparison is basically made by matching between color of a unknown and that of a particular standard solution which is prepared in the similar manner. So calorimeter measure the absorbency of light waves. So during color measurement, the change in intensity of electromagnetic radiation in the visible wavelength region of spectrum after transmission and reflecting by an object or a solution. So in basic visual method, errors of 5 to 20% are not uncommon because of the relative inability of the eye to compare light intensities. So in earlier days, visual method is used for all calorimetric measurement. So now, later on, photoelectric methods replaced mostly instead of visual methods. So photoelectric method is nothing but it is a quantitative measurement of concentration of solutions. So this method is more precise and no need to prepare standard solution for every measurement of unknown solution. So calorimetric determination is nothing but visual measurement of color and a method employing photoelectric measurement, and it is known as photometric or spectrophotometric method. So in calorimetric method, any method involving the measurement of color in the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum between 400 to 700 nanometer. So it is a sample, normally a liquid. So sample compartment of calorimeter is provided with a holder for cuvette. So cuvette is nothing but it is used to examine liquids. So usually holder is mounted on a slide with positions for at least 2 cuvettes. So here we use number of cuvettes for the measurement of concentration of solutions. So sample and reference cuvettes are measured first and a shutter is moved into or out of the light beam. So then cuvette is moved into the light beam until microammeter gives a full scale deflection of, that is nothing but 100% T scale reading. So this is the diagram of sample cuvettes. So in these cuvettes we load the solutions with different concentrations and it is placed in the calorimeter setup, and then this is the basic formula to find the sample concentration in calorimetric method. So sample concentration equal to standard concentration into sample reading by reference reading. So reference reading is nothing but it is a reading of the standard solution that is taken already in the cuvette, and sample reading, so that is the measurement of concentration of our taken solution. Sample is then moved into the beam and the light passing through it is measured as a percentage to the reference value. So calorimeter is basically simple in construction and operation. So it is used for a great deal of analytical work where eye accuracy is not required. So next we discuss about various components of calorimeter. So this is the basic diagram of the calorimetric setup. So here we use number of components. So first we use radiant energy and then different optical components and then sample holder. So it is nothing but a cuvette, and then detector and then display unit, that is nothing but indicator. So first, what is radiant energy means? So it is an energy of electromagnetic waves which may be a tungsten lamp, xenon mercury or hydrogen or deuterium discharge lamp, etc. So for this source of radiant energy, so we use light emitted from lamp fire and then light generated from a light bulb. So these are all the sources of radiant energy. And then filtering concept in calorimeter. So filtering arrangement for the solution of narrow band of radiant energy. So we use single wavelength absorption filter, an interference filter, a prism or a diffraction grating. So interference filter is nothing but dichroic filter. So it is an optical fiber that reflects one or more spectral bands or lines and transmits others. So the example for interference filter is high pass filter, low pass filter, band pass filter and band rejection filters. So next, in filtering arrangement, prism is used. So it is nothing but transparent optical element with flat polished surfaces that refract light. Then we use diffracting grating. So it is an optical element that divides, disperses light composed of lots of different wavelengths. So example for this diffracting grating is nothing but white light. So next, optical system. So for producing a parallel beam of filter light for a passage through an absorption cell, so that is nothing but quiet. So system may include lenses, mirrors, slits, diaphragm, etc. So here we know that lenses and types of lenses and mirror function of mirrors, and then slit is nothing but a long narrow cut or opening material which is used in the optical system, and then diaphragm is nothing but a thin sheet of material forming a partition in that. So next we discuss about detecting system. So for the measurement of unobserved radiant energy, this detecting system is used. So example for this detecting system in calorimeter is human eye is used as a detecting system, detector, and then barrier layer cell, and then phototube, and then photomultiplier tube, and various other components are used as a detector in calorimeter. So here barrier layer cell is nothing but detector which has a thin film metallic layer coated with silver or gold, and it acts as a electrodes. And then phototube is nothing but it is a gas filled or vacuum tubes which can be used as photodetectors in calorimeter. And then photomultiplier tube is nothing but it is useful for light detection of very weak signals. So next one, readout system or display, which may be an indicating meter or a numerical display. So here in display, before this display we use galvanometer. So galvanometer just converts the detector output into the digital output. So next we will discuss about photometer. So photometer is nothing but multi-channel calorimeter. So in earlier days, in normal photometric method, we use only one quote for the measurement of concentration of a solution. So here in photometer, it is nothing but multi-channel calorimeter. So here we use number of quotes in order to measure the concentration of solutions at a time. So increasing number of chemical analysis is carried out and final measurement is performed by photometer. So by using this photometer, we are able to increase the capacity of the laboratory. So photometer have a large measuring capacity. So two laws are used in the working principle of calorimeter. So first law is Beer's law. So Beer's law states that amount of light absorbed is directly proportional to concentration of solute in the solution. So, and then second law is Lambert's law. So it states that amount of light absorbed is directly proportional to length and thickness of solution, so which is under analysis. And this shows the schematic diagram of multi-channel photometer. So in that various components are used. First one, lamp power supply, so which is nothing but acts as a source. Next one, chopper. So chopper is nothing but optical choppers, usually rotating disc, so mechanical shutters, so in combination with lock-in amplifier. So chopper is normally used to modulate the intensity of light beam. So with that, if you use the lock-in amplifier means, so which is used to improve signal to noise ratio. And then filter disc is used. And then sample trays, so this is nothing but sample tray. So sample tray, so which is the combination of number of quads. So here we using commutator, so an attachment connected with the armature of a motor or dynamo. So basically it is used in DC motors as well as universal motors. So in a motor, the commutator applies electric current to the windings. So DVM is nothing but digital voltmeter, so it is used to measure the voltage. And then amplifier, so to boost up the signal strength, we use this amplifier. So in a multi-channel photometer, so a batch of samples is introduced. So one of the limitations for rapid analysis is the speed at which the samples can be transferred in the light path. So basically in a multi-channel photometer, so one sample at a time into a single light path, a batch of samples is introduced. So measurements are carried out simultaneously using a multiplicity of fiber optic light paths, so and detectors, so which is shown in the above diagram. So the samples are scanned electronically instead of mechanically. So here, so by this photometer setup, so we use 24 sample quads are arranged in a rack in a 3-key 8 matrix. So that is shown here. So 24 quads used for various concentration of samples. So the 25th channel serves as a reference beam and eliminates possible source and detector drifts. So time required to place the quad track into the measuring position corresponds to the amount of time necessary to put one sample into a sample changer. So and then what are the different applications of colorimeter means? So determination of concentration of a colored compound by measuring the optical density, and then compound can be identified by determining the absorption spectrum in the visible region of light spectrum. And then what are the disadvantages of this colorimeter measurement is, so range of filters is required to cover different wavelength regions. So also the spectral bandwidth of these filters is large in comparison with that of the absorption band being measured. So thank you.